all the whole Remy and Pap situation, none of it was true?
I don't have nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have been open in all my relationships that I've had.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Well,
I mean, I've had 4 boyfriends online.
I don't know.
I don't
They
know,
both
man.
nice.
They both
but
nice.
It would have to be new lyrics now. Right? Because Joe can't keep doing.
Papoose is essentially begging for a divorce, and his sister is refusing to let him go. Remy Ma is actually holding him captive against his will. Clarissa Shields was ready to step into the ring and use fists and elbows to make her reconsider because it had gotten so terrible. Let's not pretend that Papoose wasn't holding Remy Ma down while she was in that jail. Even though he may be eyeing that alimony check, this isn't only about love, you know. Name alive the entire time, but since Remy is still not making an effort to let Papoose walk you all, let's get started now that she's out here stacking her papers and cuddling up to the block captain who has, incidentally, already replaced her with 2 younger girls. Clarissa Shields is unprepared for the way things are spiraling out of hand. Clarissa Shields has been publicly showcasing her love for her lover. When Papoose posted a birthday message on Instagram the other day, it got everyone talking. She exclaimed, "Oh man, happy birthday, King Papoose. You are really special. And since this is the day you get all of your birthday punches, I wish that God gives you many more years and even faster hands. I appreciate your life, laughter, music, wisdom, and love. And I love you." Despite her cuteness, Papoose avoided giving birthday punches because, let's be honest, they may be painful. Clarissa Shields, though, is totally locked in. Let's now discuss the main concern. Why, in spite of all the rumors, has Papoose not proposed? Remy, let's face it, Papoose hasn't been trying. We're out here playing keep away with those divorce papers like it's a game. This man has been telling folks that he has requested this divorce on at least 2 separate occasions. Isn't even a made-up issue. Remy Ma's sister is just stirring things up whenever she can. Do you guys recall when Remy Ma shared the text chats between Clarissa Shields' infant and Papoose? Those messages made it clear that Clarissa was unhappy because Papoose hadn't even informed her when he had safely returned home, and tea was typing hot. Being truthful, CIS stated that it shouldn't be a huge concern to inform me that you arrived home safely because you were the one who got married. She cares for her spouse, so she stated what she wanted to say, but she wasn't done. Remy Ma Papoose was even accused by the close sister of threatening to call the police on her and even saying that she discovered a tape recording of him caressing her. Papoose denied all of this, of course, but he did claim that Remy was upset because he had moved on. Let's not act as though we forgot that baby and Easy, the block captain, made fun of Remy Ma over Christmas 2023. She publicly declared her love for that man during that rap battle, which we all remember. How come you can't let go of Papoose even when you're in love with someone else? Make sense, please?
Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? See, right there, that's no punchline.
Wait, though, because there's more if you felt that was messy. Real couple goals have been served by Clarissa Shields and Papoose, who even gave fans a peek inside their romance when they took a whole Valentine's Day getaway. You can view the pictures of them having fun in the sun. Papoose was present to launch the inaugural Hawaii Fest and to catch vibes and just unwind. But even during his little romantic vacation, Papoose found time to post on Threads and keep everyone informed about events because he has a job. This year, we made history, and the event was fantastic with many celebrities making an appearance.
The 2 of us, we can make it if we try.
Clarissa Shields was locking in hearts at the same moment as Papoose was locking in the sack. She posted the sweetest little video of herself and her partner singing together on the beach. You know, we can make it if we try. Although it was corny, the affection was sincere.
today. You ready?
However, this is where things start to get serious, so they weren't alone. According to rumors, Papoose had been planning a romantic getaway for a while and was trying to make it official by supposedly seeking to finalize his divorce from Remy before the trip so he could pop the question to Clarissa Shields on Valentine's Day. Hawaii, just think about that. The atmosphere and romance would have been perfect, but guess who had to spoil it all? Yes, Remy Ma. And the reason for this is that she and her new partner have an easy time. Do you recall when Papoose opened for Clarissa Shields during her entrance at the boxing match? It must have been painful to watch him show up for another woman like that. Whoa, that's a whole new level of love and hype that Remy is definitely missing right now. She's out here calling the block captain names and keeping Papoose from moving on since things weren't going the way she had intended. To be honest, Remy B saw Papoose showing Clarissa Shields the same affection and encouragement that she had in the past. However, given the way Remy is clinging so closely, you really need to ask if this is simply her being a resentful ex, or if there is more to it. It's giving, I see. What do you fear? Remy isn't trying to cough up the money, sis. And the real reason she won't sign the divorce papers is because she knows Papoose is coming for the alimony bag. After all, if one spouse makes more money than the other, the lower income spouse usually has the right to spousal maintenance, sometimes referred to as alimony, following the divorce. For all those years, Papoose kept it going. Courts take into account variables while determining alimony, including the length of the marriage, the pay gap, and the contributions made during the relationship, as evidenced by the fact that Remy and Papoose were together for 11 years, or more than 10 years, if you look at their past. They started dating in 2004, got married in 2008, and formally broke up in 2023. To make things even stranger, in 2008, while Remy was in prison, they were married over the phone. Remember that Papoose was there for you through it all? And if that isn't dedication, I don't know what is. Papoose was present when Remy was given a prison term in 2008. And in 2015, they even got married with vow renewals. Reminisce. By 2018, they had a baby girl.
Are the most amazing, beautiful, sexy, smart, intelligent woman I ever met in my life. I love you more than anything in the world, as you know.
You don't know if I'll marry you again?
What I want to say is, will you marry me again?
Papoose undoubtedly has a case when it comes to who should be supported. But let's talk about the money, since this is where things get extremely complicated. Remy endured some of the most difficult years of her life because of Papoose. Papoose's assets pale in comparison to Remy Ma's projected $4 million net worth. Therefore, she is aware that they will likely strike her with divorce papers when she sees them. Asterisk, the alimony payments, record sales, reality TV checks, and Remy's clothing business provide a sizable amount of her revenue. Based on a genuine story, her debut album from 2006 received positive reviews. She may not have been as well known as some of her contemporaries, but CIS always gained her recognition. She has been nominated 4 times and has even won the BET Awards Best Female Hip Hop Artist category.
God, first and foremost, I've been through a lot. To everybody who think there's no such thing as second chances, I'm here to tell you that's a lie.
Let's face it. Though Remy remained active in the music business during her incarceration, while in prison, GSI released several mixtapes. And you know who was out there making sure they made some money? Papoose maintained her reputation by promoting her songs, making sure that people didn't forget about her, and keeping that bag moving. When she was unable to do it herself, you may be certain that Remy made a substantial sum of money from all of that labor.
Surprised when Papoose wanted to marry you? After you got sentenced, because you just knew he was, you just knew he was the one.
Nah,
and I thought that was like a real stand-up thing to do.
He's one of a kind. I could definitely say that.
Following their eventual release in 2014. Remy and Papoose used VH1's Love and Hip Hop New York to bring their love story to the small screen. But guess who was there to assist them in obtaining those payments when they went on to launch more spin-offs? Since Papoose actually contributed to those TV checks, let's not act as though he wasn't as much of a star of the show as Remy, too. Put it plainly, he was more than simply a supporting character. Rather, he played a crucial role in the story, their love, their hardships, and their family, all of which engaged the audience.
No, besides the great performances, like it was like one small, tiny, itsy-bitsy incident with Rye and one of Yandy's friends, but it was nothing.
Trying to sweep someone in the row?
It was like one little fight. Nowhere near me. Like a football.
Let's not pretend that Papoose, wasn't putting in a lot of effort for that brand when Remy unveiled the Remy Ma collection in 2018, even if it was a brilliant decision. Papoose undoubtedly played a part in making that happen as well. Support for women and families affected by incarceration was funded in part by the sale.
Presents, Miss Remy Ma, Mr. Papoose, really the hip-hop's Hollywood couple right now. Y'all need your own show.
The amount of work Papoose put in behind the scenes to help establish that brand must be discussed if we are to discuss how Remy made her money. This is where things become even more complicated because Papoose served as a father figure to her then teenage son, Jason Scott, while Remy was incarcerated. At events, he was making sure it was noticed and bringing the collection front and center by rocking the men's. Yes, that is the same type of advertising that companies spend a lot of money on. He accepted that enormous duty without hesitation, but this is where everything truly started to go south. Following Remy's departure, Jason, her son, was taken into custody and charged with a 2021 shooting death in Queens, New York. It is unfortunate in and of itself that he is currently being charged with first-degree murder and numerous other connected ACTs, but it only serves to highlight the stability Papoose was offering during Remy's absence. You can never place a value on the fact that he was keeping everything together, including the household and her child. The amount of work Papoose put in behind the scenes to help establish that brand must be discussed if we are to discuss how Remy made her money. This is where things become even more tricky, because Papoose became a father figure to her then teenage son Jason Scott while Remy was inside. Let's be honest, he took on a huge responsibility. He was making sure it was noticed and bringing the collection front and center by donning the men's at events. Proceeded without hesitation, but this is where the situation became genuinely tragic. Following Remy's departure, Jason, her son, was taken into custody and charged with a 2021 gunshot death in Queens, New York. In addition to numerous other related felonies, he is being charged with first-degree murder. Even while everything about this circumstance is awful, it only serves to highlight how stable Papoose was during Remy's absence. You can never purchase the stability he was providing for her child, maintaining the household, and keeping everything together.
Jason Scott has been arrested in connection to a in Queens that dates back to 2021. Investigators are looking into the possibility that it was
It seems that Remy is aware that Papoose has a compelling argument for that alimony bag as we talk about this divorce and the causes of her tardiness. However, what about Shields, Clarissa? Since Remy is delaying and slowing down her wedding plans, you already know that she is furious about this. Let's face it, Clarissa Shields isn't the kind of person who sits quietly when things don't go as planned. She is obviously in love with Papoose and refers to him as her king. So let's not act like this is simply a brief affair.
I love really hard. But I'm happy to, love somebody who wanna, love somebody back. You know what I'm saying? He is such a sweetheart. Ain't nobody tell him to tie my goddamn boot either, but he said it wasn't laced right, so he laced it right. It was so funny.
But now they're stranded. Clarissa Shields cannot even proceed with Papoose because he is still legally married to another woman. Imagine being ready to begin a life with someone, but running across a big, immovable barrier that just makes things worse. Let's be honest for a second. Clarissa Shields is out there supporting this man, loving him, and getting entangled in his issue with his ex. You have to wonder how long her tolerance will continue before she begins demanding some real answers and some real action. It's tiresome, disorganized, and frustrating. And whenever Remy has the chance, she still stirs things up and creates drama. I would like to know if Remy is really staying with Papoose because she still loves him, or if she is only doing so because she is aware that she will soon receive an alimony payment. Will Clarissa Shields finally lose her patience and depart, or do you think she will put up with all of this drama? Above all, how long should Papoose wait for Remy to release him? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below so that I know you never miss the tea. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notifications while you're at it. Watch the next movie on your end screen as well. I can assure you that it's the messiest thing you'll ever see, and you won't want to miss it.